Great radio.
I hope all that was in the recording.
Oh, your voice wasn't in the last one.
What?
Yeah.
What? Of all the
It's
people
everyone else.
for their voice to not be in it.
We just have an entire session where the DM is absent.
Yes.
I would attack with this. Ah.
Oh, wait.
Nobody heard your description of the melting flesh. Hang on, somebody check and make sure that he's coming through on this
God.
one.
They heard nothing.
Well, you said that it was through Discord, right? Like, Discord wouldn't hear yourself. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
But they haven't been. But his voice has been in other ones,
Yeah,
right?
it's detected it in the past. Strange.
Weird.
That wow, I really feel bad about talking to all those things now. I don't know why. I wonder if it just switched to the default microphone or something.
It's
Now-
in it now.
Oh yeah, it's in it now.
And they heard nothing, and all they
because-
got was like, man, our DM's been playing Elden Ring at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird. Alright, well, it's recording it now, I guess, so, hey.
So I guess you're screwed if you ever need information from that session.
Well, I mean, I feel like that one was pretty memorable, and
Yeah, I was about to say,
You
I'm
know,
not
yeah.
forgetting that session anytime soon.
you didn't really meet anyone important, so it's...
I mean, he did, but then we killed him.
Well, he also swore vengeance on you, but that's beside the point.
Well, you know, if that wasn't recorded, I'm sure that the devil doesn't need to actually swear vengeance on us. We
no,
can forget that part, right?
completely non-canon.
Yeah, it did.
Nothing else will remember the slapstick comedy, and by then it'll just the rest will come out from it.
Oh man, the slapstick of all the lackeys fucking up isn't recorded.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the
if we
saddest
look
part.
at the notes,
I mean, that's the problem, is
we
like-
can see the GIF I sent of the event that happened.
Anyway, well, I feel like that recapped pretty clearly what happened last time. So that
Yeah, I mean, what more do you need to know?
you guys got mentally scarred from watching someone's face melt off, and then
Watching the devil crawl out of that melted face.
and then watching a devil crawl out of the melted face, and then you melted the devil. Got a bunch of money, got a fancy magic robe, cloak, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter. A bear skin.
A garment.
A
I think
bear
we
skin
gave to
garment.
Ash.
Yeah, that Ash has. The guy apologized for being a jackass to you, and then you all went to bed and probably had horrible nightmares.
Hmm.
Or something.
Yeah, assuming.
Kaede drew her Vanta Black page.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I said at the very end, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that also happened. You do your edgiest artwork yet.
Edgy
Who's sure
artwork
we talked
yet.
about cooking, went to his hiding spot.
What?
What?
I was coughing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking to my parents.
Oh,
Oh.
I was like,
Cool.
who's talking about cooking? Anyway, we'll just start with the next morning. You all awaken several hundred gold
We'd
pieces
start with
richer.
2 mornings ago, or 2 mornings from now?
Did
Did you skip 2 days?
I not just say the next morning?
I was making a joke.
I mean, I would not put it past some of you to just stay in bed the entirety of the next day and just wallow. So, anyway, the next morning, you all wake up. If you don't get out of bed, that's up to you. But what's everyone doing?
I'm doing my morning tarot reading.
Eating breakfast with a very, 1,000-yard stare.
I'm eating breakfast normal.
Kaede in her room she's getting ready. She's gonna cast Prestidigitate on herself and give herself a like lavender mint smell.
Just a perfume.
Yeah.
Ode to
Parfum
prestidigitation.
Oh, dude,
De
prestidigitation.
lavender.
Alright, I'm waiting for the tarot reading.
Yeah, hang on.
Willow, what are you doing?
So I did a 3-card spread. It's supposed to be for thinking, feeling, doing. Thinking, I got the Queen of Wands, which has a lot to do with like courage and determination, which I definitely think tracks with how I was feeling post devil fight. I was feeling pretty strong, you know. Feeling, I got the Hierophant, which has a lot to do with like tradition and conformity, that sort of stuff. Which, I don't know, I feel like that also kind of ties in with the devil. We beat him, you know?
You were enacting law.
And then doing is where it really hits home. I got the Star, which has to do with hope and faith. So, pretty solid reading. I've been impressed with how good my pretend tarot readings have been. I mean, I
Opposed
really
to the
am
other
drawing
tarot
cards,
readings that are
but
very real.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hey Trevor, try not to just dismiss an entire section of our viewership.
All the
Well,
bots.
that would mean that we'd have to have bots that are into tarot reading.
Yeah, into tarot reading and not hearing half of 100% of gameplay, pretty much. The narration of the things that are actually occurring. It's a D&D ad-lib. That's what last time's episode is, right? It's just like, I do this. Fill in the blank with your own narration. I do this. Fill in the blank with your own narration. I rolled a 20. Fill in the blank with your own narration.
It's a fun game that you can play along with at home.
Exactly. Willow, what are you up to?
Dying. Sorry, that's Katrina. She's... I don't know. Oh, she's gonna make her elixir for the morning. And I'm going to give it to... Who wants to roll a dice?
I will. What do I roll?
Okay. You roll a d6.
The elixir is an elixir of flight. You gain a flying speed of 10 feet for 10 minutes.
Can I have that?
That sounds kind of OP, bro.
Or Willow has that?
Willow
No,
gave
you
it to
can
you.
have that. Yeah, I'm giving it to you for the morning, and I'm going to jot down little notes about exactly what it does, because I don't think I've tested them before.
Yeah, I don't think you've... I don't remember you might have used one once, but...
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Hey,
what
well,
I'm gonna do.
I'm feeling very faithful and courageous and determined, so I'm just gonna down it. See what
Yeah.
happens.
You...
I am picturing this happening in like the mess hall or whatever, so
Mhm.
I might hit the ceiling by accident.
Well, you control the flight.
Okay.
I do like the idea of it being like
I drink the elixir and I feel lighter somehow.
Light off your feet.
Are they in like the bottom room?
Yeah, like downstairs.
Okay. So
Kinda
as Kaede comes
next
upstairs,
area.
she's just like looking up at Hazel in the sky, or not the sky, but in the air. How are you doing that?
Willow did it.
How'd you do that?
Well, I mixed together these herbs, and she took them.
Yeah, can I see? As
What do you wanna
Kaede,
do?
Because I've been working on a flight spell, but I haven't been able to just get the handle on it yet.
Oh, of course, here, look at my notes.
I'm doing backflips and stuff. I'm really enjoying this.
This Coyote's going through and just copying down some of Willow's notes and yada yada yada.
I want to
Willow
imagine that
wrote in
Ash-
shorthand, so she is going to happily explain what each and every one of her bits of information is.
I want to imagine that Ash was like 1,000 yards staring at Willow and didn't even realize that his head just moved up to watch at Hazel, as his head just moved up to watch as she bumped into the ceiling.
Just floating. Everyone else is just kind of like, haven't seen that one in a while.
I mean, I have to think that this kind of stuff happens sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, fireballs, like, fire damage, like, someone gets in a fight with someone a little bit too drunk and thinks they're a little too rowdy. Someone's like, haha, you can't catch me, haha. Really like childhood bullying, kinda. Like, haha, you can't get me, neener, neener, neener. Type of thing, definitely.
I'm picturing this kind of like the fizzy lifting drink scene in Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Ash just 1,000 yards
So I guess
there.
I do that for 10 minutes.
Have you ate breakfast yet?
I think I was probably in the middle of breakfast.
Okay, so you're not doing like super dizzying acrobatics on a full stomach.
No.
That's probably a wise move.
I had probably had like some porridge or something.
A little bit of oatmeal. All right.
Is it too hot, too cold, or just right?
It was bland and flavorless.
Oh, that's all porridge.
It tasted like mayonnaise for some reason. Looks at Kayeda.
God. Hell.
All right.
So that's what that one does, is it makes somebody fly. Probably should have saved that for a more useful time, but I really wanted to do it.
No.
We didn't know before now.
Hey, I
I
mean,
don't know when it was gonna end.
no, probably not.
Maybe I could.
feel like we'd
maybe
have
I
to drink
could
it at
feel
least
it
once
starting-
to know what it does.
I feel like maybe I could feel it starting to wear off. Like I was
Yeah.
starting to feel heavier.
Yeah, probably.
You also move very slowly.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
I wasn't trying to go anywhere.
Well, like compared to like how fast you can actually move. I mean, like real life, 10 feet every 6 seconds. That's actually not bad. It's still kind of slow. It's like a meander.
All right, so 30 feet a turn is 3.4 miles per hour. So you have, like one and some change or so, probably. So yeah, no, it's pretty slow, kind of lolling about.
Yeah, I was picturing it almost more like weightlessness, you know?
Yeah, just kind of just kind of bumbling about. So
Yeah, she was making some gurgling sounds too because the drink was a little fizzy. So
yeah,
Yeah, that's actually what happens at the end of the 10 minutes. Is again like the fizzy lifting drink. I start burping.
just a very loud belch that gets a good round of applause from the different slayers. They always respect a good belch. So I guess that's the morning after, for the most part, unless you have other stuff you would like to be doing. Anyone would like to be doing.
Hey Ash.
Yeah?
Do you want me to translate some of those poems for you?
I mean, the pictures are really nice. It'd be kind of nice to know the words.
I'm gonna sit at the table and translate poems. Some of the poems, not all of them. I don't think. I think she only gets through a couple of them. and then has Ash read them to her. And goes on about her day. She's gonna go find the orphan girl.
You'll hang out with.
Yeah.
Let me open my Google Doc.
I'll before quite everyone leaves, I'll try and gather the people. Like, hey guys, next mission we take, can we not have to deal with fighting people?
I mean, that would be preferable.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you standing on my
We can
back,
talk
Katie?
more about what happened later. We're gonna go find something else to do. I just don't want to have to deal with any of that again.
Yeah, I see you, cat. Hello. Would you like attention? Come here.
Well, yeah, you're trying to do something else. Of course you
That
want
was-
attention.
Was dangerous and scary. That's all
You
I
doing
can
okay,
say.
Kaede? You got a little stuff last night.
Yeah. That was just. I don't know.
Get your butt away
I
from
don't
my
know
water.
if I want to
Katie.
risk myself for this cause, this oath. I don't know.
I picked you
Well,
up
it's been a
and-
good campaign, guys.
We're all too emotionally scarred, too scared.
I didn't say she wouldn't.
We got to retirement.
I don't know. But I agree. Maybe try not to take as dire of a mission next time.
A more legal and legitimate mission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Less under the desk, stabby, kill somebody.
Here's a reason why that one was underboard.
Did the Slayers take assassination requests?
No.
Like legitimate? No, okay. I wanted to like I know it was under the board because he couldn't ask his friends for help.
Not
But I wanted to know how under the board it is just asking us to kill somebody.
not at least that you've seen people being like, "Hey, I need this person straight up murdered."
I mean, there was talk about not straight up murdering him, and then we trapped him in a room and lit it on fire, and
Also, yeah, Willow. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
yeah, okay, I wanted to talk about
Yeah, we will have to have a discussion about
What the
that.
fuck?
Thought it would go slower than that.
Okay, can we not be talking in breakfast time about this though?
I wasn't the one that brought it up.
I'm sorry. Let's just talk about it later. And Kaede's gonna walk out.
Okay.
I've just been eating and watching like I'm fucking got popcorn or something, just like enjoying the show.
Just kind of sitting there being like, "Yep, now this is why I didn't want to murder someone." Feeling really self-vindicated.
Yeah,
Basically.
apparently Oki was the only one with any damn sense on that one.
Feeling very like.
I
Very
also
sensible.
was more outside than everybody else and didn't get the full picture of the person melting.
Yeah, you were the only one who didn't go and look at the person sitting and melting themselves. Such a
Hopefully
mean
didn't
thing
even-
for a devil someone to do. Like, how dare this guy who's immune to fire like emotionally scar you all?
Also, Oakley didn't even see the devil like crawl out of his
Out of his skin. Yeah.
I think I caught a glimpse of that because he was more over, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's hard to say how much of that part you would have seen because you really were kind of hiding in an alley until he ran past you. But yeah, you could have seen like the flesh suit dropping, jaw ripped apart and whatnot.
I mean, I guess the body was.
I
still
mean,
there
if
at the
nothing
end,
else, she
right?
would have seen the body when she got on the scene.
Yeah, the charred and mangled remains. Regardless, yeah, brutal.
I, for one, want to say thanks to Oakley for coming back after we hit the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yep.
Thanks for being a team player, Oakley.
Waiting around until you guys ran outside, burning someone alive and stuff.
Someone, more like a something.
We did not know that at the time.
They were a slaver. They're less than human, right? That's what that means. Alright. So, you guys have a day ahead of you. To do what you want to do. You've...
How much of it can we yada yada?
I mean, we can yada yada until you guys walk out into the woods to have a conversation, I suppose. Unless anyone has something else they need to, like, go and purchase in the meantime. That's just, like, a pretty mundane thing. Or do whatever other things they want to do before we go do the yada yada. While
We
they-
don't really need as much stuff this time because we were only gone a day on this one.
And you didn't even have to go anywhere.
Mhm.
Alright, we yada yada. You all, emotionally angsted out until it warms up a little bit later in the day, and make your way out of the town into the woods, to have this incredibly emotionally draining conversation.
Hey.
Away from prying ears.
What the fuck?
Really?
So, did we just have that conversation that... Are we having that conversation that we just had?
I feel like that
I
was
mean,
just
The
switching the timeline around?
continuation.
yeah.
We started it. Ash said, "Let's not do this over breakfast in the middle of the Slayer's take." We all went and did shit, and then we met
Okay.
back together, and now we're continuing on with said conversation.
I
Because
didn't want
nobody
to have
actually.
to talk about burning a man alive in front of all of our friends. I think that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Acceptable. So now you want to talk about burning people alive?
Yes.
Yeah, can we
Well-
not? This whole plan about, like, gluing him to the floor or something?
Yeah, I really wish we could have done that one. That one would have been much better.
It would have been.
That was a good plan, for the record.
I mean, yeah, I will say
There's
that
only one thing wrong with it, which was that the guy didn't come in.
One thing wrong with it is that it fell apart immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But it
if
was
that
a
was
good
just against
plan.
another goo monster, you know, I would have appreciated that against a monster. But against a guy that we had spent like 30 minutes saying that we were going to try very hard to not kill, that seemed a little sudden.
I recognize your concern. I could not think of another way of. Yeah, no. I recognize your concern. My mind was, this is a bad man who's not cooperating. We can get the innocent people in here out safely.
No,
And I
last
don't
night,
know what to do with him. Yeah.
Last night I agreed with everything because I agreed that he's a bad man and that people would be better off without him. But after how quickly things turned, I don't think that we are good enough people to know who should live and die, and I don't like the idea of doing something like that again. Like I said earlier, I would prefer to not take jobs in the future that put us directly against other people.
Gee, you know, it's like someone should have suggested that or something.
To be fair, Oakley, you kind of just left instead of telling us to not do this.
And to be
No,
fair,
I
Oakley,
said we shouldn't do it, and then I left because I was told I don't have to do it.
and to be fair, you did that when we were in the middle of his hideout with 2 of his guards beaten up.
Mhm.
If those were your ideas, you should have said that the moment we walked out of that cave. We could have just left him in there. We could have just left him be. Like, you left us at one of the most dangerous parts.
Guys, I'm sorry. I think I have to go throw up. I'll be back.
Was
Understandable.
that in character or?
I think
No,
that
that's
was in
Katrina.
person. Yeah, she mentioned very briefly she was sick.
Oh,
To
I
be
missed
honest,
that
I just thought that
entirely.
was in character.
No, she said this before we started playing.
Uh-oh.
Do 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 do.
Like, stand by your convictions. I get it, and I admire you for that. But like, what would you? What if you'd actually left? We didn't know you. You didn't know you stayed. For all we knew, we were gonna die, and you would have never known.
So
I am silent, and so is Oakley.
how about that weather? While we wait for Willow to get back.
Yeah.
My face definitely gives off, can't believe I'm being lectured by a child. But also, the child is right.
Also, you don't
That's
know
the
how
worst.
old Kaede is.
Nobody knows how old Kaede is.
You look like a baby. That's all I know.
She does look like a child, though. I will say that. I'm not gonna begrudge him that.
No.
Ever begrudge her that. Like, yeah, she looks young. She drinks apple juice at bars. Like,
She draws anime in her notebook.
like 4'10".
That's short for even a Japanese woman.
Yeah, I mean that's short for pretty much anyone.
She wears
Yeah.
2-inch insert. She wears 2-inch inserts in the bottom of her shoes, so she appears 5 feet tall. I mean, this is like legitimate. Like, I'm not even making a joke, coming up with it on the spot. I've thought of this.
It's like if someone who wears heels, basically,
Yeah,
or like those insecure men who wear like hidden insole,
Yeah,
like
it's the hidden
lift
insole
shoes.
thing that Kaede wears. Yeah, exactly. It's not like
But
the
we
heels.
would
It
have
looks
seen
like-
her without shoes.
Yeah, I mean,
also.
she's never not wearing shoes around you guys.
I mean, we've camped together and stuff though.
Kaede sleeps in her
been wearing
shoes.
shoes the whole time.
I can't imagine. Maybe like she'd lay down and take her shoes off, but I can't imagine she'd walk around shoeless. You know, while we're camping in a forest.
I
I
thought
was more wondering if like
Oh,
Kaede ever like walked around like morning after.
It would be like late at night when she's going to the bathroom around the Slayer stake. So you may have seen her passing.
Like
But do you
when
remember?
parole, did you catch Kaede peeing?
Okay, everybody roll to see.
If you were ever in Kaede's room,
it's a shared
she
room.
never wears her shoes. Huh?
I mean, it's like a shared room. You don't have individual
Yeah, it's like a
quarters.
bunkhouse, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Well then, yeah, then you guys have seen Kaede without shoes.
But again, that doesn't necessarily mean we notice.
Have Oakley and Hazel ever been in the bathroom blazing it when Kaede had to go into it?
Well, if we have a shared room, Kaede probably makes all of you take your shoes off. Like,
Then you'll never notice, because we've all gotten shorter.
we all wear 2-inch inserts.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm wearing like combat boots or like nice leather boots, so my shoes have like at least a little lift.
I feel like mending has been a blessing towards our like comfy clothes from our modern world.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, my hoodie is falling apart. Mending.
I think
Also-
I've probably switched to mostly only wearing my modern clothes like around home base. I feel like when we're out, I'm probably wearing traveler's clothes.
I'm mainly thinking like shoes is my main thing. Like Oakley's combat boots are probably more comfortable and more sturdy than anything in this world, short a magic item. So, you know.
Well, I don't know necessarily about combat
Probably-
boots, but like,
Huh?
not necessarily about combat boots. I feel like boots are a pretty standard thing, but like, definitely like
Yeah, but-
Converse or something, some sort of tennis shoe. It's probably
Yeah.
way more
Which is what
comfortable.
Hazel wears.
I do like the idea of a magic item, just boots of comfiness.
They only work if you're
That-
wearing one sock.
We've dished out the gold, right? Everybody added their gold last time.
Oh no, I
think
did
so.
I don't think I did. We split how much?
Each of you
think it
got
was-
400.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have that.
That's why I asked if people wanted to go shopping, because it's like they did all just come into a fair bit of wealth if they wanted to go to like the magic item.
Oh, I
shop
definitely did not
or,
have that.
Looking at it,
or
there's nothing-
whatever.
I'm really interested in right now.
Well, you haven't been there in a while.
Yeah,
Every-
that's true.
Everything they sell is like consumables and things. So it's also been quite a while since you've been there because you had gone
Well-
on that 3 months journey or whatever with.
Oh, no. But I thought we went when we came back.
I don't think you did.
Oh.
I don't recall. But then even then you were still camping out, like chilling at home base for a couple months before
Maybe
you
we should go.
took this job.
I think we should at least see what the next job is. Quest is take that and then do shopping if we need to.
Yeah, but if
Sure.
Katrina's sick, we might also just probably be a good idea to not do D&D if
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
we could do like try tabletop sim or something.
It's whatever.
just hang around even.
Exactly, because if she's sick like to the point where she's vomiting, that's
Yeah, and to be honest, I didn't feel strongly about playing.
man. I just made a map too, like since we started playing.
Well, it'll be ready for next time.
I mean, it's not an important map or anything, but yeah, it was mostly like man, I could whip out a map in like 15 minutes if I needed to, and then I proceeded to do that while you guys were having your existential dread. Oh, Lightning, if you need any maps, I can send you some of my old ones.
Sure.
I'll just have
Yeah, definitely. It'll make my first way easier because I've been thinking. I was like, damn, I need to make a map tonight because I might fight something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna have them do tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have a feeling a lot of it's gonna be helping finish up characters, honestly.
Yeah,
But-
you don't have the trust in that they.
Everybody but one, I think, is good. Rovin's good. I know Nick's good because Nick knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like knows what he's doing. So like knows enough where he can help his girlfriend and his other friend that are also playing himself rather than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have faith that he helped them finish up, but I've got to explain the world to one of them because he wasn't here at session 0 because he joined after.
Yeah.
And then I have the one who wants to multi-class into 4 different fucking classes.
You said
Which, I mean, that character's gonna be a disaster regardless.
Yeah, like he's like, I want to build a sniper. It's like, then play a fighter with sharpshooter. I gave you all of free feet. Like,
Or play ranger with sharpshooter.
Yeah, I was about to say there's rangers with that can do.
Like,
stuff.
anything
Also,
that
you don't
uses a
need
bow or
4
sharpshooter.
different classes.
it's like, just do ranger. He doesn't like ranger, but he wants the specific ranger spell. At like, he's like building his entire class on a 6th level spell.
He's just, from the sounds of it, he's just taking the most difficult possible route to make a regular ass ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, or just go full fighter.
Yeah, go full fighter. I mean, a fighter with a bow is better than a ranger. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Well, a lot of the stuff they gave with optional features with Tasha's and stuff have really buffed rangers, and a lot of the Tasha's things are really good. But yeah,
Well,
like
if he wants to cast.
if he wants a 6, like ranger. First of all, rangers don't get 6th level spells, but if he wanted
maybe it's
like a specific
5th
ranger
level.
spell, he has to still get like 2 levels in ranger to get 1st level spell slots.
Yeah.
And then if it's a higher than a 1st level spell slot, if it's a level 2, he has to get up to level 5 in ranger. Anyway, to get it. What spell does he want?
Let me look at it. Is it?
It's
What
just
spell
Hunter's
is
Mark. You can get it with magic.
Are we
with
still
magic
broadcasting, and should we stop?
Yeah, we're still streaming, but I don't think it's super important. But yeah.
Okay.
You know, nobody listens to us.
Yeah, I mean, if Trina gets
Yeah,
back,
that's true.
we can.
Those
And we switch off to something else, so I'll probably just stop
Bots
it.
are gonna get super angry about the take that fighters with bows are better than rangers.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. These bots are gonna like steal our ideas and shit.
Do a fucking TikTok about it. Why fighters with bows are better than rangers? 5th edition.
It's Zephyr Strike, I believe.
Isn't that
No,
just a
no, no,
cantrip?
not that. It's not Zephyr Strike. Nope.
You hate what?
The TikTok voice, the robot voice.
Oh.
It's Steel Wind Strike. You flourish
like a
the
5th level
weapon
spell,
used in
isn't
a...
it?
Yeah, it's a 5th level spell.
You
Then vanish to strike like the wind, choose up to 5 creatures, and make a melee spell attack. I'm like, why do you want that spell and then want to be a range, like a
It should be a
range?
sniper. It has to be a
That
melee
doesn't even-
spell.
Yeah.
That doesn't even fit what he wants to do.
No.
Yeah. So he was like, I'm gonna
Maybe he
play
just
ranger.
misunderstands how the spell works.
So then I was like, well,
Yeah, does
maybe
he,
you'll be
that's
interested
an
in the
important
Blade
point. Does he
Singer
know what
Wizard.
melee means?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. He wasn't here for half of the... Like, he was here... He showed up to that game an hour and a half late.
Yeah.
Right? And then proceeded to spend another hour trying to come up with his class and race. Which is the first part in Dice Cloud. So, like, showing him how to make a Dice Cloud character, you know?
Yeah.
So we got his stats; those are fine. And he spent an hour trying to figure out what class or race he was, and then didn't decide until the end of the night, and then changed
Bro,
after.
first
the
of
end
all,
of the night.
human. Like, the answer is human.
Well, now with
Boring.
Tasha's, your race doesn't mean literally anything at all anymore. Or with not Tasha's,
Yeah, you can just go custom lineage.
well, not even Tasha's anymore. The other thing, because even it's like, oh, whatever race you pick, you get +2 and +1 or 3 +1s, and you can pick whatever. And it's like, well, this just gets rid of all the like fun restrictions of having to like pick a race that's interesting to do.
There's
interesting
also
things.
like other books that had like a million other races. Like you can play as fucking half fish people. There's 3 different half bird people. There's fucking
Roven's playing a fairy.
That's
play it.
fun.
owl bear.
Hello. But so the issue with fairies is
Oh, Trina's back. So,
We had already decided not to do D&D.
Yeah.
Do you want to do something else, or do you want to hop off?
I think I might hop off.
yeah, you don't
Okay.
you don't sound too great anymore.
No.